What's happening, Hammers? Dan Lawless here, outside Stamford Bridge with Louis from 100% Chelsea.
Hello, mate.
Louis, good to see you.
It's good to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Good to see you after last time. Obviously, we've done it outside the London Stadium before.
Yeah.
You was very confident last time.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, yes, you was.
Lewis, was I confident?
This is what you said. I was sort of saying you haven't been in the best of forms, and you was like, no, we've actually been brilliant. Like,
I said we've been playing well, but you know what I say. I always say I go into the game thinking we're going to lose.
Yeah.
So I get excited when we win. It kind of happens like that.
I know you're a lot less confident now after that conversation. You pretty much come out and said that we're going to beat you.
Yeah.
You really think that?
Honestly, this team just doesn't care anymore. There's people say you've got the FA Cup and that to play. Well, to be honest, I think they're looking at it going, we're getting Spurs or United in the final. Chances are we're probably going to lose this game and stuff like that. But yeah, to be honest, I just not the mentality's not there anymore. They've already got that flip-flops on. They're already in like Marbella or Tenerife or some other Spanish or Greek resort. So, or maybe even like Maldives. But at the end of the day, for me, it's just a case of I think that, if you come here, it's not your cup final. I think that's the wrong way of putting it. I hate it when people say that, but it's a massive game for you. Yeah. And it's a massive game for everyone actually. Yeah. But you'll be more up for it than we will be.
I mean, that's the if anyone's wondering why I'm holding this little mic, it's because Nicky's got our main mic anyway. I know someone's going to be in the comments, but I mean the deal. I think with us, both of us are chasing something. Look, at the moment, it's looking unlikely you'll get that top four after losing to Spurs.
We're not going to get top four.
It's very, very unlikely. But it's still possible.
No, it's not.
It's still mathematically, it's possible.
Mathematically doesn't mean it's possible. It's impossible because, like I said, this team does not have the mentality. Spurs, I'll be honest, despite the whole history of bottling and stuff like that, if you look at their running, they've only got City to play. If we beat you and they lose to City or something like that, not next week. Sorry, they used to lose to City. Gap goes down to 5 points. It's nothing. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, this team this season, they have been bottle jobs. Chelsea have been bottle jobs this year. And when we've had big opportunities to close leads and close gaps, for example, when we played you earlier this season, we had the chance to basically cement. It would have been basically, I think for us, it would have been cemented top four, cemented the mentality in the players. That would have been done. But it's a case of we lost that game and then we've been so inconsistent since losing to Lyon, to be honest. Yeah. And January onwards, we've just been shocking. Honestly, I think I saw a stat. So we've won 30% of our games in the Premier League. We've only won 3 games in the Prem since January. Wow. It's now April. So it's a case of we are not up, we're not in the races. We're not the best team in London anymore at all. Statistically as well, Spurs have got a better squad than we have. We are honestly just not, like I keep saying, mentally at the races. The players don't care. They don't know what it means to pull on a shirt. And for me, it's a case of we go week in, week out. I know fans that go week in, week out that are now going, I'm still going to go because they've got a season ticket or they want to get a season ticket and stuff like that. But they're looking at it going, what's the point? They don't care. Why should we? There are people like Ray Wilkins that poured their heart and soul into this club, and there are people even though the board are disliked, there are a lot of people that would do it. Bruce Buck is an example of someone who really cares about the club. But I just feel there's a massive disengagement between the top levels and the coach and stuff, and Conte, and then the players as well. Right now we're in a mess, and this is probably the best time for you to come. You've not beaten us here for Spurs did 28 years. It's something like 20 for you. You've not beaten us here or something.
Well, it's 2002.
In the league?
In the league, yeah. I think it was either in the league or in general. But that was the stat the last time we beat you here. So you are looking at that. But then Spurs did break that. I think so. Spurs it was longer. So we are looking at that. Obviously, we're fighting for survival. We had a massive win against Southampton, smashed them, and that's put us 5 points clear. But you are one of our tough fixtures, including Arsenal, City and Man United. So if we can get a point in this, it would be massive. But it is one of the things, it is a London derby, right? And like Spurs is another one. Spurs and Chelsea, I think, 2 that we get up for. Yeah. Because there is that animosity in a way.
Yeah.
And they do get up for it. Last time I said we did beat you. Like, we got the goal and we defended brilliantly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch your fan cams afterwards, obviously. But yeah, so it's tough. I'm not going into it expecting to beat you guys. I'm expecting us to give you a good game and be up for it. And hopefully, if we take our chances and you don't, and we just got to capitalise on everything that's going.
The reality of this is we're not going to take our chances because Alvaro Morata's probably going to start.
I mean, he did score.
You still had a shite game. I hate when people say, but he did score. It's like when we went to Barcelona and we lost 3-0. But we played well. It's a physical impossibility to lose 3-0 and play well. There's no logic in that.
Yeah.
That's like, my school was even worse for that. They're like, don't worry guys, we're shit at football. We lost 7-0, but it's a taking part that counts. No, you go there to win. This is what you need to win. That's the mentality you've got to have in life.
We've got to talk about Antonio Conte. What is going on there? I mean, he seemed like the saviour, the manager that was going to take Chelsea to new heights. You know, he won the league in his first season, fantastic season that was, and it's all crumbled. What's the situation? And is he gone?
Yes, he's gone. I think everyone resigned themselves to that in January or even earlier, because to be honest. Right, Antonio Conte did not get the players, like I was saying, he did not get the signers he wanted. It was a case of he signed a contract to be a head coach, not to be a manager. He came in going, I'm going to be the first team coach, and they go, right, Antonio, come here, let's have a quick chat. Do you want a coffee? 5 minutes, sit down. Who do you fancy? Oh, I'd like Alexandro Vidal, Belotti or Lukaku. Okay, cool. Right, Michael, have you got that list? Yeah, we're going to get you Zappacosta, Emerson and Danny Drinkwater. Like, you know, it's a case
Danny
of...
Drinkwater.
He's all right. He's our James Milner. He does a job. But it's a case of, you know, you sit there and it's like, he's not going to play as he does. But at the same time, all season, all he's been saying is, I haven't had the players. I haven't had the players. I haven't had the players. Listen, he last season when he arrived, you saw on the touchdown what he was like. You saw how passionate he was and how
you guys
really
were loving it, jumping into the crowd, jumping on it. You guys were loving it.
I mean, who wouldn't love that? But, you know, it's a case of you were looking at it and it was stuff like that where, you know, he just doesn't do that anymore. And it's almost like he goes there into every press conference saying, we've got to suffer, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. It's the same. It's like an Arsene Wenger type thing now. He just keeps saying the same thing over and over, and he doesn't get the players he wants. Like, look, listen, we get he hasn't had the players he wants, but right now it's a point of you sat there and he's going, yeah, all right, you know,
just get on with it.
Get on with it. You've been given a job to do. Don't throw your toys out of the pram because you're not got what you want. Just because you didn't get a lollipop or a Solero, all right, doesn't mean that you have to sit there and take the piss.
Can you ever see an end to this revolving door of managers you seem to have at the club? You know, I feel like you'll bring someone in, they'll have a smashing season, maybe win the league, win something. Next season it will all go to shit again, and you'll get someone else.
Realistically, right now we're going to have to try and see an end to that because, to be honest, Chelsea Football Club is running out of managers, top calibre managers to sign. You know, it's a poison chalice.
I feel like as well you need to have more of it. I mean, the youth system is what baffles me because there's no long-term plans. So if you're not signing these big money players, you want some youth coming up. So what's the big young players that you guys like? You see the Rashfords and the Lingards.
Well, I mean, a stat for you that I saw yesterday, Simon Phillips, who's a massive Chelsea writer, really good as well in terms of general journalism. But if you want to check him out, make sure you guys see him because it's actually really, really interesting to read. He made the point of Trent Alexander-Arnold and one of our, Jada Silva, who's supposedly one of our most promising fullbacks, a player that could potentially come in alongside Dujon Sterling, another one as well. They're both in the under-19 England squad last year. One played a Champions League quarter-final against Man City and had Sterling, Sane and Kevin De Bruyne in his back pocket, basically. Made the most tackles, was absolutely superb. Jada Silva is now on loan at Charlton and has a 20 million replacement been brought in to replace him in Emerson or Zappacosta. You just see the pivotal difference. Now I understand that for Chelsea that it's a money maker. It is. And from a financial perspective, if you want to look at it from that for football rather than as a fan perspective, because sometimes you do have to look at stuff financially now. That's the world of football. You know, realistically, it's a great bit of revenue to be making. However, at the same time, we're now seeing our failings in bringing through youth come through into the first team, where, like I'm saying, you're seeing players who don't understand what it means to wear a Chelsea shirt. Yeah. Again, I'm going to mention Ray Wilkins. Ray Wilkins, youngest ever Chelsea captain at 18, season ticket holder, assistant coach. It's a case of you've got these people in the football club. No matter what club it is, you have these people and they need to be given a chance. Yeah. And it's a case of, apparently Roman Abramovich has taken a more hands-on approach with the transfers this summer. Great. However, at the same time, as well as taking a hands-on approach, we need to realise that the players need to come through. Hudson-Odoi, fantastic. We should never have sold Nathaniel Chalobah, because right now he'd be walking into that team, 100%. Fantastic player. Loftus-Cheek, another one. Tammy Abraham. Nathan Ake, which we sold as well. Luckily we got a buyback clause. Whoopty fucking do. You know, it's a case of there are players here which they've come through these youth ranks, have gone on to be very, very good players, and we've got rid of them. I mean, the players that we bought as well: Salah, De Bruyne, Lukaku, Mata, Matic. If they were in this squad now, Jesus Christ, we'd be top of the league.
It's a catalogue of errors. Mate.
It's just it's a nightmare.
So, with that,
sorry for that rant.
No, it's needed. It sounds like there's a lot of mistakes been made from winning the league. Can I push you for a prediction?
You know me, man. You know me. Listen, right now I feel like unless Chelsea get their act together, this is your game for the taking. And you can have that as a title.
Well, how will we take it? Will we win? Will we get a point? Will we win? What's the score? What's the score prediction?
I don't do scores, man. You know that. I'm not a psychic. Listen, like I'm saying, at the end of the day, West Ham can come here and get 3 points.
Yeah,
they can right now. It's a case of if we don't get our act together, it can happen. But it's a case of can West Ham get their act together? Can they bounce on from that 3-0 win against Southampton? You know, you just got to see what happens, really.
Yeah. Well, all right, mate. I hope your instincts are correct, and we do get 3 points here. You know, so I really appreciate you coming on. You know, everyone at the channel, everyone at West Ham Fan TV would like to send our condolences to the family of Ray Wilkins. You know, big loss for the football world. So and to all the Chelsea fans, and I'm sure all the West Ham fans going on Sunday will show the proper respect and join in with the Chelsea fans. So thank you guys for coming. Check out 100% Chelsea, where you'll see my side looking at the West Ham side.
See his bald head.
See my bald head. So
I just had to do it. I had to.
He loves my bald. He's obsessed with it. But check these guys out. The place to go for Chelsea content online. And don't forget to subscribe. And one thing left to say: come on, you Irons.
No.